Hello, and welcome to the Sickos Power Hour, where we have a new format because I got tired of staring at Microsoft Excel and apparently wanted to do work for a change. My name is K-Main. I have some qualifications, apparently. I probably saw Scorigami once. I think, at least according to Secret Base, it's the only time that a team has gone for two while down 100% success rate, so you should do it. And I screwed over Gardner Minshew in Madden 07 by playing against Peyton Manning. My TV screen isn't big enough. And with me are Bears fan and Die Sometimes.
Hello, I'm Bears fan. I have the highest level of football experience out of everyone here, and I played only in high school. I know a guy who went D1. I actually know multiple guys who went D1. And I have a knack of predicting plays sometimes. It only works whenever I make it work.
Incredible. All right, my name is Die Sometimes, aka Craig. I have beaten Persona 4 Golden not once, but twice. Each playthrough over 100 hours. Take that however you will. I also may or may not have some NBA insider knowledge. So if you wanna hear some trades, you better hit me up or something. And I also correctly, just not to toot my own horn, but I correctly predicted that both Bummy Zach Wilson and quote unquote 9, aka JJ McCarthy, were gonna be busts in the NFL, which so far at least I am one of two. But it's looking like it's gonna be two.
100 hours on the Persona 4 playthrough is something we can talk about after this recording is done. But for now, we have honorable mentions. We had a total of 19 teams make it this week, somehow. And those honorable mentions came out as the Panthers, Chargers, Cowboys, with someone spotlighting Dakota Wayne Prescott, the longest tenured QB with the same team in the league, which still feels wrong to say. The Buccaneers and the Ravens. We have shout-outs to the Falcons defense, Chris in particular, shouting out James Pierce Jr., and Myles Garrett, who may very well kill Cam Wharton in 2 weeks. Start us off.
Don't ask me.
Oh, yep.
So don't ask me who even thought about putting Carolina in the top 14. I don't know how you did that after that game on Monday, but you do you.
You can get mad at the 2-minute drill because I posted everyone's rankings there, so you can flame. Rank 14, we have the Houston defense. And 3 yards and a neck that can be used to extend for a first down.
Crazy how Khalil Shakir logged Nico Collins in terms of yardage, but yet Khalil Shakir seemed like the worst wide receiver on that football field.
There was a lot of worse on that football field in terms of the Buffalo Bills, but this Houston Texans defense is super legit. They made Josh Allen go through hell and back just trying to get the ball down the field. Will Anderson is incredible. Daniil Hunter, I don't know why the Vikings didn't re-sign him. He is amazing. Their defense is single-handedly carrying this team, probably, hopefully, for them to a postseason berth. It was a really nasty game on Thursday. It was looking like it was going to be an all-timer in the first half, and they really slowed down in the second half.
Yeah, I just gotta say this, man. I said this earlier when I was doing the podcast. There's something with this Texans team, man. They're spunky. They know how to win football games, and they have a never say die attitude. As you can see, we are mostly Team Mills, but that's because one of us benefited from a Davis Mills Hail Mary, and the other one thinks it's funny. So, we are a pro Davis Mills podcast, but it doesn't mean we're anti CJ Stroud either.
Well, to be fair, as as a Jacksonville Jaguars enthusiast, I am anti CJ Stroud because realistically, he probably gives them a better chance to win. Man, what a resident sleeper of a football game. It's nice to have bad Thursday night football back. I was afraid it had been lost in the chaos of the 2025 season as the ultimate casualty.
I think that Davis Mills was gross. CJ Stroud, I wish you an incredible recovery from your freaking 4-week-long concussion. Hopefully everything is going well for you. Hope they didn't like pseudo bench you like what the Cardinals did with Kyler, because that would be unserious. Because you are so much better than every single quarterback in your division. It's not even funny. But, shout outs to Thursday night games being awful again. We were spoiled last year with a few great Thursday night games. This year, I think we've had one, maybe two good Thursday night games.
You can kill the Jags versus Texans game, but you cannot kill the Jags versus Texans. Or you can kill the Jags-Titans TNF game, but you can't kill the idea.
You will never kill the idea. The Bills will just...
There were actually multiple very good Thursday night games this year. Steelers, Bengals, Eagles, Giants, but that's just more for more personal pleasure.
The first
Niners Rams was a good one. That was like the only good one we've had this year.
Seahawks Cardinals was competitive.
Was really bad. That one wasn't good. That was not good.
Moving up from the rank of Trevor Lawrence, off the back of literally everyone except for Trevor Lawrence, quite possibly, the Jacksonville Jaguars. God, to address the middle point, Trevor Lawrence, I came in wanting to say that Trevor Lawrence is the content creator's quarterback. I have since changed my mind. Trevor Lawrence is the 2025 NFL distilled into the essence of a quarterback. Because, yeah, sure, he's a clutch god until you want him to commit 4 separate turnovers, one of which I would argue wasn't his fault at minimum. I don't think the fumble was really on him. It was on Strange deciding to do a pick play, except he forgot the pick play part and just made a play. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, big man TD, always nice to see. But I watched the Packers game and I was like, oh wow, this has been a nice game. The Jaguars can't possibly hurt me. The universe had fucking karma out for me that day, but we still won, so... God, I'm terrified of the Titans next week somehow.
Why?
Sorry.
That team is unwatchable.
Because... Have you watched... The Jaguars are also unwatchable. What's your point, buddy?
Have you watched the Tennessee Titans?
I will next week.
They played up to competition the last couple of weeks.
This team might be this might be an all-time bad NFL team. They are lucky to have a single win on this year because the Cardinals are undeniable dog shit.
That was when they were starting double XP, man.
Look, all I will say is the most damning thing from the game leaders, Michael Carter has 5 carries for 28 yards, and this Jags defense fucking let Jacoby Brissett do everything to him. It is insanely funny that the Jacoby Brissett resurgence is around, and Jacoby Brissett looks like an infinitely more capable franchise quarterback than Trevor Lawrence does.
You can say the same thing about Kyler Murray too, but it's really nice when you can see over your offensive lineman and you can throw over the middle of the field, unlike Kyler Murray. But but the Jaguars, Jesus, I don't know what else I need to say other than get the mid off the street. They're probably going to be a playoff team because there's what's their remaining schedule?
It's pretty neat.
They play the Colts and Titans twice. They play the Jets and they play one more team, which I think is a game I penciled as winnable.
It would be the Broncos.
Never
That is
mind.
not winnable. Oh my gosh, that's a. I mean,
Okay.
I don't say it's not
You
winnable.
got
I'm saying if there's a
Bo Nix
quarterback,
is
if there's a
not.
quarterback, yeah, I was gonna say if there's a quarterback that can rival the amount of CTE that Trevor Lawrence does on a daily basis, it will be Bo Nix. So that game is honestly a toss-up. That is the 50-50.
God, I wish I wish I had booked a
playoffs.
flight to go to that game. It's right before my birthday too. Or no, the game is.
no, you want to know?
I think the
You
game's
want to
on.
know what would be the most? Sorry,
Now go.
I was gonna say you want to know what the most Jaguars thing is. They'll sweep the Colts and beat the Broncos, but get swept by the Titans and lose to the Jets.
Though, if anything, the Titans will be it will be in the series. They are not going to sweep. I cannot see them sweeping a single soul of the season. This Titans team sucks. They're
Yeah.
awful.
Honestly, I almost want the Colts or Texans to win the division because the Jaguars at least have the guaranteed tiebreaker on the Chiefs. Bills.
Yeah. By the way, guys, Josh Allen lost his gold star on the good quarterback chart, removing him from the green zone to the red zone. That's bad. You don't want to go there.
Of course they don't want to go there. They didn't score in the red zone.
Yeah. The Bills are. You know the Alice in Wonderland rabbit and the clock. Yeah, that's what their window for contention is looking like. I when they inevitably fail in the playoffs, they have to fire their GM, and like maybe Sean McDermott too. It is getting really bad. Their defense is not good. Their offense is not good. It's regressing really badly. They don't have an X receiver or a Y. They don't have any good receiver. They just signed Brandon Cooks, which what year are we in?
Hey, chill out. Brandon Cooks is ring chasing in the year of our Lord 2025. It's like he hasn't lost a step.
We are truly in a hustler economy.
Go to the Chiefs. Go to any other team. Go to the Ravens. I think the Ravens have a better chance of making the Super Bowl than the Bills. I hate watching this Bills team every week because it is Josh Allen trying to save a bunch of bums from being a bunch of bums. Their offensive line is like, despite the Texans shitting on them, their offensive line is still good. James Cook is still good, but that's really all that's there. Their defense sucks. They're a front four and that's it. Their receivers are really bad, and if it's not this year, then when? It's not gonna be, but it's not gonna be this year. They're not gonna make it to the Super Bowl. This team is incredibly flawed, and they might need to do a little. I know it's early. We're only in week 12, but they might have to just I think the writing's on the wall. They might have to just do a tiny reset and just move some things out, put some new things in because it's looking really bad.
Honestly, my thing is too. I would have a lot more faith in this Bills team if Josh Allen played like he did last year, and he's reverting. He has not played very well this year. He's had good moments where he's played good, but then I look at the game against Atlanta, the first game against the Jets. I look at this most recent game against Houston. Heck, I even look at the New England game. Like, it's not like Allen's been bad, but like, he hasn't really been, Mr. I'm right up there with Mahomes. He's played
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
It's like he's. I feel like he should be one of the candidates for the hashtag not his fault award this year. But at the same time, some of the shit is his fault. Like that. I remember that one turnover he had against the Buccaneers 2 weeks ago. That was egregious. Like it was horrible. But like I don't think a lot of the problems really boil down to Josh Allen. It's just how this roster is constructed, and the Bills just coasting on. Oh, we've owned this division for a long time. We really don't need to try that hard to win this division. The playoffs matter the most. And then you have the Patriots who are at this point are running away with this division. And you got to think you're gonna be a wild card team this year. Probably. You saw the Patriots on your schedule, which is just like you're moving further and further away from being able to really contend for your division. I just I don't know where to go with. I don't know where this team goes. They're gonna probably lose in the division round. I could see them maybe being a division winner, maybe, but they're just not good.
I mean, if they're the 5th seed, they get to play whoever the fuck wins the North, and whether that's the Ravens, Steelers, or even fuck the Bengals.
It's gonna be the Ravens, and I don't think they're beating the Ravens again. I genuinely don't. Because it's really ironic actually, because those two teams are just like on two different trajectories right now, and I don't think they'll beat the Ravens again. They're just way too flawed.
The devil himself, on like 8 different times. God,
Yeah.
I hate the Indianapolis Colts.
I'll talk about the Colts. I'll save my rant for the Colts when we get to them.
Yeah,
But
you're gonna be
this was a
waiting
good
another
win.
20
This
minutes.
This was a great win for the Chiefs. This was a fantastic win for the Chiefs.
This was an awful win for the league.
Honestly, it is a terrible win for the league. But they act like the Chiefs did not play that good of a game at all. Their defense was very good one Sunday. They said, hey Daniel Jones, we're gonna make you throw the football, and they made Daniel Jones throw the football. It is bad for the league when the Chiefs win, but this was a good win for them. That is as far as I will go.
It's bad for the league when the Chiefs win, but it is unfortunately very good for the Shield when the Chiefs win.
The thing is, the Chiefs didn't even play a full game of football. This was another one of those Mahomes had to come back in the 4th quarter and actually do stuff to win the football game.
Impersonating an infinitely more lovable quarterback in Bo Nix with a 4th quarter comeback.
Fine, lovable.
No.
He's an AFC West quarterback who wasn't Patrick Mahomes.
Anywho, I think the thing that pissed me off the most about this game was the Xavier Worthy catch, because I knew right there, as soon as that throw made, I'm like, oh fuck, Mahomes' sleeper agent got activated again, someone go turn it off. He's making those kind of throws again, and I hate that.
He's just that good.
Look man, I want this Chiefs team to be dead. I want this Chiefs team to be gone. Unfortunately, I don't get that quite yet, so congrats to the Chiefs. Please, I'm begging, lose next week. I need you to lose to the Dallas Cowboys. It would be so funny. I think that's like the one game everyone will root for Dallas to win.
No, I'm still rooting for the Meteor. I'll be completely honest.
You'd be surprised.
I'm rooting for Kenny Clark to have a good game, and that's it.
What's that? Will be a game that's going to be played on Thursday. It's going to be the best game to be played on Thursday. I don't give a. I don't give a horse. I don't give a horse.
Lions Packers is going to be a good game, probably. I think Lions Packers
could be a good game, or Jordan Love can be like. Oh, we'll get to that.
Anywho, speaking of teams about football, I don't know how this team got up in the rankings, considering that Brock Purdy had one of his worst games as a pro. But
they still won by double digits.
It's simple. We kicked a couple of the teams that the Bucks played this week, and another team played this week, and they got kicked off too.
Yeah.
We had the Chargers on last week, so.
Yeah, the Chargers were on last week, and they just got kicked off.
By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, and no one's really talked about it, but CMC is on pace to have another 1,000 rushing, 1,000 receiving season again.
He is that team's entire offense because they're receiving core things.
The team is on his back,
I guess shout outs to Juwan Jennings.
Yeah.
It's yucky. It's yucky. Not actually though, because like as long as you have Kyle Shanahan as your head coach, like your offensive infrastructure is more than likely going to be fantastic.
Yeah, how unfortunate.
Oh yeah, by the way, Christian McCaffrey has more receiving yards than Tetaroa McMillan, Zay Flowers, Devonta Smith, Emeka Mbuka, Chris Olave, Jalen Waddle, Nico Collins,
Probably
Stephon
AJ
Diggs,
Brown.
Travis. Definitely more than AJ Brown. Christian McCaffrey's 10th in receiving yards.
What a baller.
And he's also 10th in rushing yards.
What a baller.
Oh, man. I hate that this team remains competent year over year when they're not running like super field hospital juniors.
I gotta give them credit where credit's due. The fact they're winning and they have this many injuries on their team just really goes to show how well coached this team is, and how they would probably be the best team in the NFC if they were 100% healthy.
Yeah.
I think the Rams would have the edge over them because
I don't know.
I think with how Matthew Stafford has played, it's really just comes down to quarterback v quarterback, and I'm taking Matthew Stafford over fucking Brock Purdy every day of the week.
I mean, you can say that, but my pushback on that is the fact that the 49ers are missing two all-pros on their defense in Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. Like, those are two all-pros, and those are game-changing players that they do not have for the rest of the season, and also more injuries on their defense. Like, the defense would probably be like a top 5 unit in the league if they were fully healthy, I think better. I think better than it will be better than the Rams defense. And as much as I hate Kyle Shanahan, I do trust him enough for him to dial up like a good offense for Brock Purdy. As it shows, you see what Christian McCaffrey's doing. I think they would be in contention for like the best team in the NFL. Like, they would be my Super Bowl favorites if they were fully healthy, but they're not.
Simply put, I'm just gonna say this as my counterpoint. The Rams have somehow made Emmanuel Forbes a threat.
Define a threat. He's been okay. I saw JSN do insane things to him when they were playing. Like, I wouldn't consider him a threat. I don't want to say that now.
Three picks in the last 4 games is pretty impressive. That's all I was going to do.
Deron Bland. That's all I'm going to say. Deron Bland. I'm not going to say I don't acknowledge picks. His picks are important. You need to catch the ball. But at the same time, Deron Bland. I would like to see what Emmanuel Forbes does against Drake London, because I feel like Drake London would eat him alive. Drake London's probably going to be in the slot. That's a game for another time. Those are 2 teams for another time. The 49ers had a great win, despite Brock Purdy throwing 3 interceptions, and the Panthers only getting 3 points out of that. LO.
All right. Chris, go crazy.
Oh my. That's actually really crazy. I was not expecting the Eagles to drop that far. I didn't expect them to drop to number 9 because they choked against the Cowboys. I will say this before I get into my Eagles rant. I completely disagree with where they're at. 9 is a little crazy. They're still an 8-3 team. They are still an 8-3 team, even if their offense makes me want to punch a hole in my wall. But speaking of that offense, oh my goodness gracious! Like, this Cowboys defense is not good. I'm just gonna be completely transparent. Like, this Dallas defense, they have been playing a lot better recently, but they are not good. They are still not good. The secondary is not good. Even with Logan Wilson, their linebacking core is not good. Their pass rush hasn't. I mean, like, it's a bunch of. It is really a by committee power of friendship defense that worked on the Eagles. The power of friendship worked on the Eagles because the Eagles are a horribly coached team with the biggest fraud head coach, Nick Sirianni, coaching this team. He should be fired, but he won't be because the Eagles keep winning in spite of him. They won the Super Bowl in spite of him. They made it to the Super Bowl like a few years ago in spite of him. He is not a good, like, all he does is talk. He's like the ultimate like tough guy and does not provide anything on the field. It honestly really goes to show how much of being a decent clock manager can really elevate you in terms of being a head coach. Because what does he keep doing? He hires another bum. He has another bum as an offensive coordinator, just like he did 2 years back, and the offense stinks predictably. Then They have their defense trying to bail them out all the time, and they can't because their offense can't move. They're the worst third down. They're the worst third down team in the league, which just blows my mind. They're somehow even worse than the Raiders in terms of rushing EPA in terms of rushing EPA, which also just blows my mind. If you've seen how Ashton Genty has done with the Raiders, and then you have Saquon Barkley, who apparently can't break a tackle out of the backfield anymore because he's been really bad this year. And then they don't know how to give the ball to their best targets. And then you have AJ Brown, you have Devontae Smith,
Brown finally
Dallas
got
Goedert.
100 yards, though. Don't you get it? Everything's fixed now. AJ Brown got over 100 yards and a touchdown. Everything's fixed.
Should have had more. And Jalen Hurts can't throw a deep ball anymore. And it's really bad. It's really, really bad. And I don't know how many times I can give the Eagles the benefit of the doubt in saying, oh, they won Super Bowl last year. This team is different. I think this team is really different from the team last year. The team last year had an identity. They knew how to run the ball. They knew how to pass block. They knew how to actually, when it mattered, they knew how to throw the ball. How in God's green earth are you taking a sack on a 3rd and 2? What is going through your head? Literally push twice. You are getting the first down. You will get the first down. The Cowboys will not stop you. I guarantee it. They could have ran the ball in that 3rd and 2. Make it a 4th and 1. They could have gone for. How do you take a sack on a 3rd and 2? That should never happen. And they did, and they choked, and they lost the game. The Eagles are killing me. This team is way too talented to be as horrible as they are offensively. And I don't think it's just a Joe Pertula problem or whatever his name is. I don't know who their OC. I think I got the OC's name right. But I think it is a Nick Sirianni problem. Vic Fangio is doing insane lifting for this coaching staff because their defense is elite. Their offense is a waste of time. Figure it out.
Yeah, turns out Dallas is actually kind of okay, and that when the Eagles are a very weird team. I will say this: the last game the Eagles lost, the team that beat them, coincidentally beat them on an Amazon broadcast and blew them the fuck out. I'm hoping history repeats itself because that would be very, very nice.
That's gonna.
We'll see what happens on Friday.
I get to have an insane hate watch at work on Friday. No matter which team loses, I will be mad that one of them won. Yeah. Matt LaFleur, conservative play calling, affectionate. So we've decided to start running bits for each of the teams in the top 14. The Packers bit, which is decided by me, a literal NFL owner. You're welcome for paying the refs, I guess. Have come up with the 27 watch because it's the thing this year. And since we didn't score 27 points for the first time on a win this season, I had to stretch a little, which means that we are going with 999, which makes up for Micah's 9th sack, the Packers' 9th turnover, and the game being over with over 9 minutes to go. Or demolishing 9. It's your choice. Yeah, I don't want to kick him while he's down.
I do. He sucks.
He's got Jettis, who's probably giving him more shit for that.
He should, because JJ McCarthy sucks. I don't know what else to tell you. He is awful. He is a terrible quarterback. I said it in the pre-draft process. He gives me Zach Wilson vibes. He's might be playing worse, and not even might be. He is actually playing worse than Zach Wilson. Should have never been drafted in the first round. He should have never been drafted. Period. Never seen a quarterback get drafted off the back of a great defense and handing the ball off to Blake Corum. I digress.
There's only one Blake Corum. Yeah. It was nice to not have a game where my heart rate was through the roof with the Packers for the first time since the second half of the Steelers game, where it just kind of went away. The Vikings gave up a special teams blunder to a Rich Bisaccia unit, which should get them downgraded to the Big Sky. And we just bring NDS North Dakota State into the NFC North for the rest of the season. Honestly. Team was kind of uninspiring, but good. You don't have to be super inspiring when you're going to be on a short week against a division rival that actually knows how the hell to play a football game. We'll get to them later. I will say, at least the Packers were able to beat the Giants in regulation instead of overtime.
I will say this. Isaiah McDuffie is very bold.
He got a game ball.
Like his beard should be on his head.
He got a game ball because he was our play caller, given that Quay was out. Or the green dot on the defense.
Well, all I will say about the Packers is the Bears beat the Vikings first. Bears beat the Vikings first. That's all.
The Bears lost to the Vikings first. You have no ground to stand on.
We won against them first. That's all I'm saying. Personally, I wouldn't wait till week 12 to beat JJ McCarthy.
Look, man, you gave up a passing touchdown at home to 9, and you lost at home to 9. The only team in the NFC North who didn't do that was the Packers.
That's crazy because I don't know, man. I don't remember anything about week 1. I mean, I remember that game. I remember that game. JJ McCarthy wasn't playing. That was Carson Wentz.
I will turn this power rankings around and move the Bears to 27. Don't try me. I got the PowerPoint.
Let's see what that fan base deserves.
Which fan base? Well, the Bears?
The Bears.
Yeah. Truth nuke.
Crazy.
Y'all deserve it. Yeah, y'all deserve it.
Alright, so we are a little over halfway through. We may have to speed it up a little, although we kind of all agree that the top 5 teams are really boring, or so. Except for the Colts, which will earn a crash out. Subscribe. If I had bothered to take a screenshot, there would be YouTube metrics here. I don't know what they are, but you can help the percentage of people who have subscribed and watch our videos go up. Asking helps. The metrics work. The rule of 3s dictates that we have a 3rd bullet point, but I don't have anything. Do you guys have anything for the 3rd bullet point?
You don't have anything for the 3rd bullet point.
Oh, I do. Follow Chris, aka Die Sometimes, on Twitter.com. I'm not linking I'm publicly calling that out because I forgot to put his name, his Twitter in the description the last couple of times I did it.
Bastard.
You've forgotten to put your own even.
Do it again. Hey, I don't do mine. I don't want mine in the description.
You get it.
I'm doing a call to power right now. Follow him on Twitter. I will not be putting his link in I will not be putting his link in the description because I know.
Follow me on X. Follow me on X_nice. That is my.
Number 6.
Okay, fuck you. Get back, loser. Get back, loser.
You want to say something else about the Packers?
Number 7. Get to number 7. I thought we were
number 9.
I thought we were running below. I thought we were running low on time. That's what I thought.
I would just a quick note: the Bears fan heart rate monitor has been decided to be not during the game. Take it away.
It is 100 bears per minute. And you may be, should that be beats per minute? No. This is the amount of bears it's gonna take for me to stop having hope in this game. Look, man, I get it. I 100% do. I will just say this. If Aaron Rodgers is playing this game, would the outcome change at all? With the way the Bears have played throughout most of the season, do you really think that the Bears can't mount a comeback against literally anyone? Like, say, whether or not the teams are quote-unquote good, the fact of the matter is they're finding ways to win football games, whether against teams with good offenses, bad offenses, good defenses, bad defenses, they're finding ways to win. So,
and then I might not call you guys frauds. I'm glad they're finding ways to win. I'm glad.
Okay.
And they played a good game, and I think they played a good game, even with all the injuries they had on their defense. I think they played a really good game against the Steelers, especially offensively. But beat a real team challenge, please.
Look,
Please,
all
beat a real team.
Look, if we play close to the Eagles, I think most people will be like, you know what, this team's legit. If we beat the Eagles, yeah, a lot of people will be like that. But if we just like make it a one-score game and we're keeping it close about the Eagles, I think that's enough for people to be like, yeah, the Bears are legit. Like, it's one of those, like, you know, you don't really have to beat them, you just got to show something sort of games. I will say this, the fact that we had, like, our 7th and, like, 8th string linebackers go in and make 29 tackles, I do not care what anyone says. That is an insane feat to do for literal fucking practice squad guys. And Montez Sweat is finally starting to get his sack exchange going again. I swear, he's like a lawnmower. You gotta rev him up to get him going, and it feels like he's starting to get going. Caleb Williams had a very bad first half, but an incredible second half. And DJ Moore caught 2 touchdowns. All I will say about this Bears team, the Bears defense only let up 21 points to the Pittsburgh Steelers because one of the touchdowns was because TJ Watt forced a fumble. So, 21 points. I'm fine with that. For what this defense did, I'm perfectly fine with that. Also, Nash and Wright is pretty good. You guys should respect them.
To that, I will say that the Steelers were struggling to put up points against the Chargers defense. That gave up 35 to the Jaguars. Just put that out there.
God, the Jaguars are a funny team.
Look, man, I'm just happy right now.
Glad you are.
I'm happy you're happy. That said, I hope you suffer for the remaining 6 weeks of the season.
I will just say this real quick, and this is the last thing I'll say about the Bears. For everyone saying, "Oh, the Bears won't make the playoffs," still, you're technically right. The Bears could be 12-5 and still miss the playoffs.
Yep. The Broncos are on a bye. So have this picture of Peyton Manning because I thought it was funny. We don't have a bit. The bit is doing high knees, so it is incapable of making a fourth quarter comeback as it did not play in a fourth quarter. Lions. Oh, right. The Lions and Broncos were tied, but the Broncos were on a bye week, so the Lions get the benefit of the doubt. Turns out that playing against the New York Giants led by Jameis Football Winston is more difficult than people expected, huh?
Jameis had one of the greatest plays I've ever seen in my life. It was so good. Whoever that linebacker is, never play football ever again. That was embarrassing.
I agree. None of the Detroit Lions should play football.
No. I think Jameis Winston would be wide receiver 1 on the Green Bay Packers, personally.
If he would making plays like that, I think he would.
I can't wait to get Jaden Reed back. We're probably not seeing him this week.
You said Jaden Reed. You said Jaden Reed like I was moved.
I'm not saying you were moved. I'm just saying that I want
Reed,
another
LOL.
wide. Look, man, the stockholders demand wide receiver 2s.
Look, man, all I'm saying is, I'm not going to fault Detroit for playing against a Giants team who always plays tough. In every single game they played tough. You can say Shane Bowen all you want. It's hard to beat a team like that. Example, look at Philly. They went into the Giants on Thursday Night Football and they got fucking bitch smacked. So, I'm not going to sit here and say that the Giants are a easy team because they're not. They're going to find ways to make you fight for it. And Detroit thankfully came out with a win because Jahmyr Gibbs was like, I want to be Barry Sanders this week, and told David Montgomery to shine his shoes.
Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles are them, although it's mostly one of them. I don't have much to say about the Lions. I will form my opinions again on Thursday. I am terrified for that game.
Yeah, you should be, because I don't know. I think Packers came off a great win. Lions came off of a just man, Tigers kind of win. Like, shout out to Jameer Gibbs. He's awesome. You know, it must be really nice when, you know, like your team actually uses uses your best players. That's not a jab at anyone. It is actually, but if you know, you know. But
also, Jared Goff hasn't played good at all that game. He was actually kind of dog shit.
He's been good. He's been terrible for like the past 2 weeks, and he might be terrible against Green Bay too. And it might be another common average Jared Goff stinker. But I mean, getting wins like that is really good. That was a trap game at home, which is again embarrassing. But that was a trap game at home where Jameis Winston like high-key outdueled Jared Goff. But yeah, the Giants. That's not a good look. That you can only manage to beat that team in overtime. We can move on to the next team.
Over 1,000 yards of offense. The NFL should be so lucky. It's more than like 2 weeks worth of Thursday night games. We have like 20 minutes left. You are more than welcome to dedicate half of it to crash out of the Colts. The top three are the same. They're all very boring.
I feel like we really don't need to talk about the top three. The Colts pissed. I mean, actually, no. I'll take it. Go ahead.
You know what? I'm just gonna say this about the Colts. Fuck this fuck-ass team letting these goddamn fucking Chiefs get back into this. You have the fucking opportunity to do the number one thing that everyone wanted you to do and become the new America's darling. But you know what you did? You fucking scratched your back, sniffed your hand, be like, this is a good scent, and let Patrick Mahomes bitch you into overtime. What the fuck was that overtime drive, dude? That was insanely pathetic. And I could get on Jonathan Taylor because, you know, he didn't have a great game, but credit to the Chiefs defense. It is a very tough defense to get yards on. When you look like throughout most of their games, the reason why people have scored against them is because the Chiefs have turned the ball over in very bad territories. And fucking, of course, Daniel Jones didn't even have a terrible game, but you want to know what he was doing all day? Check down. What the fuck was the game plan, dude? I get Steve Spagnuolo really forces you to take checkdowns, but like, it's just genuinely insane. Also, Jermaine Pratt getting 10 fucking tackles. I mean, 20 tackles and 15 of them being solo. I want us to sit here and understand that we are a group of human beings who can see when things that shouldn't be happening. Stuff like that shouldn't be happening. I am doing the covering mouth. If you laugh, you go to hell right now with that shit. Fuck this team, man.
Where do I start with how this Colts team played on Sunday? So Shane Steichen, you IW moron of the week, because your game plan is really simple. You're up 20-9. Some of the worst clock management I've seen in a long time. Raheem Morris. I don't understand why you're so like ass happy when you're up like what 13, what was it, 13 points, 16.
11 points.
I'm not doing the math correctly. Yeah, you're up 11 points. You're up double digits. You're not trying to control the clock. You're not giving the ball to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's like, even if he's getting balled up, he's still rushed. Like, I think it was 16 rushes for 60-something yards. Why are you not he was doing this, because I saw it when he was doing it against Atlanta in Berlin. Why are you taking the ball out of your best players' hands? I don't understand why coaches continue to take the ball out of their best players' hands and make things easier for your team. You need to control the clock. You have the offensive player of the year in your backfield, arguably MVP in your backfield, and you're not giving him the football in the fourth quarter when you need to drain minutes off of the clock. What was Shane Steichen thinking with his game plan? Why are you letting Daniel Jones throw the ball so many times at the end of the game when you know that he's just not that guy. He's been a serviceable quarterback all year. People were putting him on a pedestal because Shane Steichen was doing really good things, but now when like crunch time comes, it's giving us nothing. And you like, I just don't understand the game plan of like you did it against Atlanta. You saw in the first half when Daniel Jones was stinking it up, like when he was turning the ball over like almost every single time. You're like, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna give the ball to the best player on this team, and lo and behold, he gave you 200 yards. He rushed they rushed him 32 times. Why are we cutting that in half against the Chiefs when you're up 11 with like 9 minutes left? The clock management was awful. Their defense, I can't get too. I don't want to get too mad at their defense because they mostly held the Chiefs to field goals. It was really a death by field goal. It was a death by field goal game because they were locking down in the red zone. They locked down when it mattered the most, and the offense could not move the ball down the field. But it all comes back to just not being able to run the ball effectively, which just doesn't make any sense why they're passing the ball so much. I just didn't like the game plan from Shane Steichen. He has to clean that up. If he genuinely wants the team to be a contender, he has to clean that up because any team is going to take we're gonna stop the run. Like we're gonna we want Daniel Jones to throw the football. That's how teams are gonna stop the Colts now. So he has to find a way. If you're gonna pass the ball, you got to make things easier for your team. You have a great tight end like Tyler Warren. You have good receivers. You have Josh Downs, Michael Pittman. You have Alec Pierce. You have a lot of talent. You have a great offensive line. I think you really need to do a lot of quick game. Like it needs to be a lot of quick game, a lot of RPOs because Daniel Jones can also run. So I just don't. I didn't like the game plan against the Chiefs in the fourth quarter at the very least. You have Mahomes isn't playing. Mahomes wasn't even really playing that good. Honestly, if we're being completely honest, their offense wasn't playing that good. You turned. I think they turned the Chiefs over 2 times. And
they made the Chiefs turn the ball over 2 times. And it's really funny, too, because the Chiefs had over 500 yards of offense. So they were stuffing them in the red zone every fucking time and forcing field goals.
So I don't know I didn't understand the offensive game plan, and I absolutely despise the clock management from Shane Steichen. There were 2 times where the Colts forced the Chiefs to go 3 and out. And they just couldn't move the ball down at all, and they couldn't bleed any clock at all. There was 9 minutes left when they were up 11 points, and they couldn't even get a 2-minute drive. They couldn't get a 3-minute drive where you run the ball first down, run the ball second down, bleed time off the clock. That's 2 runs takes over a minute off of the clock, minimum. So figure it out. That was a nasty fourth quarter and a nasty overtime. Terrible. Figure it out.
You let the Jags have hope to take your fucking phone.
The Jags, it's the Texans. You let the Texans have hope.
Jags are a game
not
back.
good.
It's gonna be some must-watch weird football in 2 weeks, man.
That's just what I'm saying. That's a scary game. I think that's a really scary game for the Colts. The Texans. I think the Texans have a very solid chance of taking this division. Honestly, if they can finally figure it out offensively, they have a very strong chance of taking this division.
The Jags have a non-zero shot.
The Jags definitely have a non-zero shot, but they are playing unserious football, so I kind of want to just disregard them.
If you aren't a fan of unserious football, you aren't a fan of Tila. Wow. JSN sure is really good.
JSN's awesome.
Guys, on 3, we say JSN good and move on to the next slide. 1, 2, 3.
JSN good.
Also, can your defense lock in, please? The end of that game was getting a little scary. The fact that the Titans weren't going to win that game, but they're making it. I know it's garbage time. They were probably just playing. They're just playing a little off. But I think the Titans had if they were facing a good team that week, the way they're playing in the fourth quarter, I don't like that. You gotta clean a lot of things up.
Cam Ward Hopium. Good for him. Drake.
Patriots.
May.
Drake May is awesome. This team is, I'm not gonna lie, this is a hot take. This team is a little fraudulent. Not even a little. It's a lot fraudulent. I don't trust them. I don't think I can trust them in the playoffs. I think they're just an extremely well coached team with not a lot of talent on it, and they're winning because Drake May is awesome and their defense is making timely plays. But Joe Burrow plays this game. Joe Burrow plays this game. They're losing. Yeah. Jamar Chase plays this game. They're losing to the Bengals easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, Drake May.
Drake May.
And Ramley.
Yep.
Can I just say, Sean McVay, he has no mercy. He looked at the Buccaneers go down Baker, and he's like, they haven't cared enough, and they just went. This was the first time where I was like, yeah, no, there's no way this game was over at half. Like,
this game was over 5 minutes into the second quarter. What are you on?
It was really bad.
Like, I mean this in, like, the sense of, like, there were people say the game was over at half. This was, like, the first experience I've ever had of, like, yeah, this game's over at half.
Yeah.
It's just insane, dude. This Rams team is way too good.
Pecorine, Matthew Stafford is too good right now.
Don't say that. Well, I mean, first of all, Matthew Stafford has a ring. Pecorine does not have a ring.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, guys, it's time.
It's time for the world-renowned segment, Unk of the Week.
The rules must be an active player over the age of 30. They must have a significant impact on the game that they played in. And they have to make you go, Unk still got it. So, to start us off, I have my Unk of the Week. I have my Unk of the Week set up and prepared. And I'm just going to say, it's not like they never had it in the first place. It's just, like, Jameis Winston, man, he's so weird, man. He's such a funny dude. How the fuck is this guy? How the fuck is this guy just, like, coming off being the third string QB and was like, today I will throw nukes over Detroit.
To be fair, he should have never been the third string. Russell Wilson was garbage.
True.
How did he get meaningful snaps this year?
Yeah. I was going to say, the only other guy that I was thinking of for this spot, I want to make sure I was thinking of the right one. Malik Collins. He recently turned 30, so he's one of the newer, older people.
That is not, first of all, that is not Unk. 30 is not Unk. 30 is not an Unk age. That is like in your prime.
Right, yeah.
You are still in your prime if you're 30.
Right, but he's playing for the Browns, so, like, if you're 30 on the Browns, everything's going wrong. But the only reason why I wanted to bring him up...
if you're 30 on the Browns, you are 35.
Yeah. But yeah, I did want to say, the only reason why I brought him up was because he had 2.5 sacks against the Raiders. It's not very often you see a role player whose main job is mostly just, bouncing around team from team, filling a need every free agency just so you can make the Bills do. But, he's filling out a pretty solid season for himself this year. He actually has 6.5 sacks, so good for him. Congrats on a very good game. Also, real quick, I just wanted to say, Jesus Christ, Myles Garrett is going to break that record.
He'd break that record 100%. Next week if he was playing the Bills. Chris, you got an Unk of the Week?
Fucking Matthew Stafford balling out. He's gonna win MVP.
I mean, yeah. Drake May just doesn't. Drake May don't got the talent like Stafford does.
It's not that he doesn't have the talent. It's the shit that he's done hasn't. I mean, I'm not gonna say it hasn't been impressive. It's been impressive, especially as a second-year quarterback. Matt Stafford's been playing better than him.
Drake May hasn't played an ethical football schedule.
The only reason why I bring up like talent is like I mean like the talent around him, not like the talent he has. Like Drake May just doesn't have the Devontae Adams, the Puka Nakuas, the Kyron Corum complex, the Rams offensive line. Like they just don't have that. And if he did have that, he might be playing at Stafford's level. But like, it's 100% Stafford.
I think I think the real knock on Drake May is the competition he's faced, and also it doesn't help that he hasn't looked too impressive the past 2 weeks. Like he had a great game against the Jets. He was okay against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, instead of K-Main, this is the third week in a row you've showed Matthew Stafford to the class. I'm going with his partner in crime and 1-yard touchdowns. Devontae Adams, who recently achieved the most, or with this week, achieved the most 1-yard touchdown passes or catches in NFL history, which is a very funny record, and the most surprising part about that was honestly that Mercedes Lewis was third. Although, yeah, he played on the Jags the whole time. Are you really trusting like Blaine Gabbert and Blake Bortles to throw 2 yards past the line of scrimmage? So
I wouldn't even trust them to hand the football off.
Yeah, someone posted Bortles lowlights to Reddit from 2018 to remind us that, you know, T-Law might suck, but he is far from the worst we've seen.
I will say this. For the basketball unk of the week, it's definitely going to CJ McCollum.
Don't piss me off. Okay, so I will now spend the next 2 minutes, our 2-minute thing, talking shit about the Bears.
Yeah,
that is your fault.
2-minute drill.
That is your fault. 2-minute drill. Okay. Now I get to talk shit about the Bears. Yeah, this team is fraudulent as fuck. I don't care. They barely beat trash ass fucking. I was gonna say Zach Randolph.
Mason
Rudolph. Like they barely beat that bum. The Steelers are not are not a serious or real offense at all. They're not a serious or real team at all. Like this team has yet to win an actual game. They face fucking what is it? Bummy dog shit JJ McCarthy. Bummy dog shit Mason Rudolph. Yeah, no, this team is extremely fraudulent. And when Chicago gets their ass beat on Friday by a real team, I'm gonna say a real team. Eagles aren't a real team, but when they get their ass beat by the Eagles, and Jalen Hurts has like 400 fucking yards of all-purpose yards. I don't want to hear anything being like, oh, but the Bears find ways to win. Oh, we just find ways to win. This is some 2020 Steelers type. This is some 2020 Steelers type shit. Sick of this team. Sick of y'all. Beat a real team. Please,
all right.
Please, for the love of all that's holy, please beat a real team. If we switch the Falcons and the Bears schedule, I promise you we would also be 8-3. I guarantee we would also be 8-3.
All right, you've got you have like a minute, Bears fan. Not that I have much to get in.
You know what? All I'm gonna say is, man, I love my quarterback. I love him and his matcha drinking, fingernail painting self. I love my Michigan tight end. I love my Washington wide receiver. I love my coked out Notre Dame tight end. And I just gotta say, I love my defense, man. I love Nashton Wright. I love Tyreek Stevenson when he's not getting cut. I love Jalen Johnson when he's healthy. I love Kyler Gordon when he's healthy. I love this defense when it's healthy. And you want to know something? I love my friends. I love my 2 friends that I'm able to talk about.
Cool.
I'm
really glad you are.
Yeah, I'm happy you're happy, but I'm cutting you off because I've got like 30 seconds. How in the world did Car Sausage come up with a power rankings so cooked that he almost doubled the next person in terms of ballot on Hinge score? How do I have the most normal ballot? Oh god, I gotta stop looking at you guys' rankings. I think I'm getting adversely affected. This league is unreal. I get to watch a football game on Friday at work, and there is like no bye weeks this week. That's weird. Bye. Subscribe.